This is going to be a video tutorial on how to get ignition, how you can get your tags talking back and forth without having an actual real PLC connected to your computer. You're going to want to download this S7 plcsim Advanced. You're going to want to change it to virtual Ethernet adapter, and then you're going to want to open up your Siemens project, your TIA portal project. As you can see right now, these, even though this is updating, like it is currently 427, even though this is currently updating, obviously a temperature sensor is not going to display a reading of 65,516. And I'll show you also what it looks like. These are my inputs and outputs. These won't turn on. These are through an Allen Bradley PLC, so these won't turn on. But these, as you can see, they have a dashed rectangle around all the tags. And if you go into the tags right now, Allen Bradley tags, these don't say anything, but oh, interesting. Okay, there we go. Yeah, these won't work. As you can see, error configuration. Well, that doesn't have anything to do with that, but if you go to this, I should be able to change this value, or I will be able to change this value, and that will change in a second. Once I have my TIA portal opened, I'm going to open it. Whatever, you're also going to want to go to device configuration. There's a few things you need to do as well on this. You're going to want to click that, make sure that is on. Yeah, make sure that is on, that is clicked. And also, you want to go to your blocks just in case. Go to properties, unclick that. You don't want optimized block access. All these are not clicked. You're going to want to go to OPC UA, activate it. Once you have it activated, certificates, where is it here? We're not using the client, we're using the server, so that doesn't need to be clicked. I'll just show it clicked. Blah 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 blah. We do want full access though. You don't want to compile this. See. Also, you're going to want to put in your license that you need. We need a S7 1500 small license, so we put in an S7 1500 small license. Just compile that again, just so I can pull up that screen. Blah blah blah. As of right now, we want access without user authentication. We want this permitted. And unsecured communication is permitted as well. Next, you're going to want to go find your IP address. So whatever IP address you have, you put this in. You want to open up, make sure it's on plcsim virtual Ethernet adapter. You're going to want to go to whatever name. I'm just going to name it the same as my, because I've already started a PLC or a virtual PLC with that name, it'll automatically put in whatever IP address. So I'm just going to put video tutorial, IP address 192.168.0.5, subnet, that the same. You want it the same. Also, you want to make sure your Ethernet settings are not. You don't want your Ethernet IP the same as either of these. You want it different. But so start. Starting. You're going to want to go to download to device. It'll automatically pop up once you have it downloaded. Yep, PNIE. It should show up now. Ooh, I don't have my license. I don't have my VPN connected. So I'm gonna need to connect to the VPN. I'm going to need to exit this and then restart it just so that it can see my licenses now that I'm connected to the proper IP address, which is my school's. Exit. I will reopen that. Put it back over here. I'm just gonna name it the same thing. PLC family. Make sure that is also the same family as the like PLC you're trying to simulate as well. So it should start a connection. Well, I guess we're doing some troubleshooting. I'm gonna power off. Video tutorial 2. Oh, that's why. Because, duh. That is why you need to be on plcsim virtual Ethernet adapter. Because that will happen. And you should be able to load it and then write or assign it your own IP address. Yep, you see it just changed. Interesting. I wonder why that's happening. Check. Selected online target could not be reached. Yeah. Let me just search it again. Successful device. Interesting. If I go to Ethernet and I change this to automatic, start search. Yep, load, assign IP address. Yeah, okay. Okay, now I'm going to download to the virtual PLC. And pull this up. You will now see status connected. This is Siemens _1. Description, I just had the IP address as the description. Host name, you want to leave that. You can leave that blank. Make sure it's enabled. Save changes. Connected. I want to start the module. Go to my main program here just to test out some bits. So earlier, the temperature sensor, you can see how it's updating. Let me just put it. Ooh, the runtime. It goes. Just wait for it to run it again. plcsim -20, because it's a 0. There's nothing connected to it. 0, -20. It's going to give me the same. However, you can see the runtime currently. If I go to, I just have a bit always true. Turning on my ignition timer just to keep track of how long it's been on. So it's been on a minute. It keeps going up. You can see also this keeps going up, so be the equivalent. You can also see in my I/O monitor there's no more dashed lines, which means I'm connected, and I'll just write some bits real quick so you can see. I want to turn on ignition control, and you guys should see that. Control. That is my button for ignition control. So if I go over here, temperature sensor, ignition control, bit just changed. All of my things, the green indicates that it's ignition control. If I close it, if I turn it off, bit changes to HMI control, changes to ignition control.